The Iranian salvo against Israel is raising fears that a regional war will engulf West Asia. Israeli officials were quick to promise a robust response to the attack, and the country has an array of retaliation options. Israel can bank on aerial operations using fighter jets and drones, long-range missile hits and submarine-launched strikes. The Israeli war cabinet is set to favor hitting back, but divided over when and how. Now, Israel has been in a perpetual state of conflict since its inception, fighting a war almost every single decade. However, the Israeli Air Force would be challenged by a major long-range attack against Iran. As per the National, a major long-range attack against Iran would be a complex operation involving aerial refueling and long flying hours, placing strain on the crew. In such a scenario, Israeli aircraft would need to face Iran's dense air defenses and underground military and nuclear facilities. A fleet of aging air-to-air refueling tankers is another potential concern. Israel's F-15 fighter jets are prized multi-role assets that have been significantly upgraded over the years. The F-15 boasts of an impressive undefeated combat record. However, some available routes for hitting targets in Iran are about 2,000 kilometers one way. The distance to Iranian targets gives the F-15 little time to carry out missions before having to return to base, even with additional external fuel tanks. The F-35 stealth technology allows Israeli pilots to carry out top-secret missions without tipping off the enemy. Within 20 seconds of takeoff, a team can see the route data of the jet, letting the pilot fly at his or her best while knowing that they have got support on the ground. External fuel tanks can jeopardize stealth aspects of the aircraft, although there are claims that Israel has designed stealthy fuel tanks. The weight of external fuel tanks also limits bomb loads, which are vital if Israel wants to damage underground Iranian drone sites or nuclear facilities. The Israeli Navy currently operates at least 5 modern diesel-electric Dolphin-class submarines. However, Israel's Dolphin-class submarines can only carry a few missiles, massively limiting a counter-strike. Last but not the least, the option of long-range missile hits. The bulk of Israel's arsenal consists of shorter-range tactical systems, but it also possesses long-range ballistic missiles. The Jericho series for strategic deterrence. The Jericho 2 is a medium-range solid-fueled ballistic missile. As per the Center for Strategic and International Studies, it has a range of 1,500 to 3,500 kilometers. The Jericho 3 is a solid-fueled intermediate-range ballistic missile. It has a range of 4,800 to 6,500 kilometers. Now, to give us more insight, we spoke to Professor James A. Russell, an associate professor in the Department of National Security Affairs at NPS. He joined us from Monterrey.
The Israelis have, for many years, adopted a doctrine which in security studies we would call conventional deterrence, which is to say they seek to inflict unacceptably high levels of pain on their adversaries in an attempt to stop any attacks on them. So the question is, if they are going to continue with this doctrine of conventional deterrence, what might come next? And as your reporter has just outlined in a very comprehensive report, there are simple geographic limitations to what these two countries can do with each other, which is to say, in most normal interstate wars, you would have countries neighboring each other, closing with one another militarily. And of course, neither country can do that because they're thousands of miles away from each other.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.